Right, ready? Jess, we good? I think yes. Okay, da. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and children of all ages. Welcome to Interlagos. Welcome to the Brazilian Grand Prix here at Brazil for the ERT season here at One Hub Racing. Round number 3 of 8. The season quickly heating up around this thing here. Round number 3, of course, 26th of August. Next race in just over 7 days' time, don't forget, at the lovely Imola. This season, though, wrapping up. We've got cars on circuit. Now, if you're wondering, by the way, how am I using OBS? Good news, there's crossplay on this game, so I get all fancy graphics, as you can see here. We tried this a minute ago, but the stream didn't start properly. Now it is live, so we got a bit of a run up to this. But for the second time, and this time I remembered to run audio, audio up, it is the lovely Jamie. Say hello, Jamie. Jamie? Jamie? I don't know if Jamie can hear me. I don't know. Jamie? Okay, well, I can't hear Jamie right now, so I don't know if everything's broken or on fire, or I've disconnected. But if Jamie is alive, or if anyone can hear me, for that matter, please do say. That would be thoroughly entertaining. But I'm going to go and switch to the race. Because whilst I'm trying to figure out where everyone's gone, because I can't hear anyone. Yes. So, this is quite a curious situation now. Jamie? Are you there? Jamie?
Oh, hello?
Hello? I can hear you now.
Hello?
That was weird. Oh, I think Jamie's mic's having a bit of a moment. Just some minor teething issues from Jamie right now. Slightly. I think your mic's died, Jamie. Well, slight issues, it would appear, right now for poor old Jamie, then. So he's died somewhere in the background, but hopefully we'll pick up with him in due course. But, yes, welcome, of course, to ERT. Welcome to One Hub Racing. But whilst we're here, whilst we're just waiting for Jamie's mic to decide it wants to work, we'll go through our sponsors. Next Level Racing, sponsorly providing prizes. Pure Sim Gear, sponsorly providing a pair of the Sim Racing gloves. The driver of the most combined poles and fastest lap to Gamergoo. Gamergoo sponsorly providing Gamergoo samples to trophy winners to our partner with Vespertine, who support our championship prizes. ERT, partner at the ERT Go and Gets Tough Award and League trophies. And to SimGrid, powered by SimGrid, who run our seasons through their community and platform. So, whilst we wait for Jamie's mic, well, we heard him. I heard him a second ago, but he then died. So, either, oh, that's a car in the wall, and that's Dutch Trex. Now, don't be doing that. Now, the interesting thing here is vibration is on my controller, which is a weird feeling, because normally when I commentate on the PS4, it doesn't do that. On the PC, it does. So, yes, I've got that. Luckily, though, it's got all nice fancy graphics. I could switch to my keyboard right now. In fact, should we do it? We'll switch to my keyboard. There we go. We can go through cars like this. Jamie.
Sorry, I had a bit of technical issue there. I decided to mute my whole computer, and that's why I got no audio. So sorry if that was a bit dodgy there, but I'm here now. I can hear everybody now, so we're all good.
Excellent. So we've got Jamie back after some minor technical issues. So Jamie, how are you for the third time I've asked you now?
Yeah, I'm very good. Yeah, I'm delighted for this. Yeah, obviously this is next round.
Oh my God, what is that? Why has that man got long hands? Okay. This is an interesting thing I'm seeing on my screen. A man has got long fingers. I hope everyone on the stream saw that. The Red Bull mechanic from Speed GS. He had long hands. That was weird. Yeah. That was very weird. So we've got aliens here today. We've got Jamie. We've got aliens on circuit as well. We've got all of them. And if you don't know, by the way, and Jamie, well, you definitely know, for all the viewers, they might be seeing an Xbox logo on the screen. Now, if you're wondering, why is there an Xbox logo? Because we've got crossplay, and we're doing some testing here today. We've got crossplay, that is Matthew, and we've got Axelot, which is Scorpion, I think, if I'm not mistaken on that one, isn't it?
Yeah, Scorpion. Yeah, so that's his
Axle lock now.
Yeah, that's his. Oh, it's a bit of a moment there coming out as his new. He's returned to one race, and obviously it's his first time in top tier. So hopefully he does well. And yeah, obviously, that's his Steam account, I believe. So obviously it's different to the PSNs. But yeah, it's still Scorpion. Obviously, I've Liverpool driver, member of the management team, and hopefully he can have a good job on his debut. It's good to see a bit more of a higher turnout as well tonight. So we should have a good race, I think. And yeah, obviously we got likes of Legend making their first appearance this season. I'm excited to see how he's going to get on, because Legend is a guy who could have won the championship last year but had some mistakes. He's a long way back, but I believe this McLaren team is going to be really strong, and they can definitely threaten the likes of Tom, who's sort of running away with it at the moment.
Yeah, Dutch Treks, purple sector 2 right now as he comes out of Young Cow into the corner. With this is what these called corners. I don't know what they're called because they're languages I can't understand very well, because I'm dyslexic and I can't read the old English language. But he goes up to P3 right there. Didn't set off purple last, but Tom Lowe, he's definitely going purple. And Tom, he's the Mercedes driver. He's looking pretty good so far, isn't he?
Yeah, he's in excellent form. Yeah, obviously he was leading the race a long way in Miami, but then had that incident with Rudy that dropped on 4th place. Still a good recovery and last week he dominated the race in A1 in Austria, and I believe he also got driver of the day last week. So it's a good for him. Obviously, Tico's in championship though, so Tico still is in the first, second place. So the championship is really tight between them first two, and Dara as well in 3rd place. He's having a good show. He got a podium last week, and yeah, hopefully the field's a bit more competitive last week, because Legend bumped up 2nd place, so Legend's finally showing what he's capable of.
Yes, indeed. But, oh, we've got a car off there. Is that an Aston Martin just spinning around? Is that the man I was mentioning earlier?
Tricks, yeah. Tricks.
Yes.
And Tico's gone 1,000th of a second off pole.
So close so far. Up front, interesting thing, by the way. I like to note, by the way, because I don't want to say I got pole position in a tier. I got pole position in a tier. Did anyone know that? There we go. The man who was complaining about being slow for about 3, 4, 5 days and said he should be moved down a tier, then put it on pole. Don't ask me how that happened. Now, if I was in this tier, I would be last probably, but actually I would have been in between. I think I've been around about Conzo right now, so I'd be 12th. That makes me smile a little bit. But yeah, good race in Division 3. Don't forget, Division 2 is still live. Currently, I think they're on that 12 or 13. That's my guess. What that they actually are on, who knows half the time. But of course, that is the lovely, lovely blokes of Mr. Evan Dalton, the living little legend, who was a lovely person, and a person who I kind of stole from Jamie. And we've also got Indecisive, who is also a lovely person who I used to commentate with in the past. So, 2 lovely commentators. All of them are lovely commentators. Jamie's a lovely commentator. And as per usual, in the background, doing my little handy work. Not doing the cameras today, because I'm on I'm on the computer. Jess is here. Losie's just here to make sure everything doesn't implode. Yeah. Talking of imploding, there, ironically, is a car going off. So, you couldn't make this up, could you, when I say... It's Robin Rass.
Robin West wanting to go to Qatar there. Obviously, Qatar's not in this game, so I'll wait till next game for that. But
yeah, it might be.
Maybe, you never know. But yeah, he's in the wall there. And a good up there by Nando. I was on board with him. A good up there up to 7th place. And he's definitely showing off in his debut, replacing Samba, who dropped out. And yeah, he's definitely...
Oh, Tom's in the wall in the pit lane. Tom has crashed in the pit lane, it looks like there. I was just going to the board camera. Has he broke his front wing? Yeah, he has. He dropped it in the pit lane, and I thought he dropped it because the fun thing here, how I know if someone drops it, because on my end, I've got all of their feedback from the controller. I can feel their force feedback, so if they spin, I can feel it, which is a weird feeling, I will admit.
Yeah. Good up there by that must be really good, and obviously brings you a whole new immersion experience of commentary as Matthew, our Xbox driver, puts it further in the grid. So yeah, good shout out repping. Obviously it's our first ever Xbox One racing driver, so he's making history tonight. So yeah, he's doing a good showing at the moment.
Yeah, he certainly is. And in terms of the driver standing, Jamie, I'm going to put you on the spot for the drivers and constructors.
Yep. Yep, so in the lead, as I mentioned earlier, you've got Tico and the Aston Martin on 37 points. Then we've got Tom in second place on 33. Then we've got Dara on 24. And then Scotty on 4th on 23. Likito in 5th on 16. Dutch Tricks in 6th on 15. Konzo in 7th place on 14, as is Kieran on 14. Rudy in 9th place on 12. Rick is in 10th place on 5. Robin West is 11th on 4. Everybody else has yet to score a point. And in the Constructors' Championship, we've got Aston Martin in the lead on 52 points, Mercedes on 33, then Ferrari on 30, Haas on 24, Alfa Romeo on 23, Alpine on 14, McLaren on 12, Alpha Tower in 8th, and Williams and Red Bull yet to score, but Williams haven't had any races at the moment. Williams finally make their debut tonight with Chalkers.
Indeed. Now, is it what button is it to go and switch down on the keyboard to go to the people below 10th? I got told this the other day, but I forgot it. Well, I can go through 1 through 10 really easy on the keyboard, then press R1 to change the camera angle. But we'll get there. Eventually, I'll be able to switch directly to the keyboard, so I don't have the weird feeling of vibrations going through every single part of my hand, and it feels so weird. So unnaturally weird.
Yeah. Legends on a good lap here. Legends about temperature up. This may catapult them into the top 3. I don't think enough for the front row, but it definitely on a good lap here. He's going to cross the line now. Not taking the tight line, taking the wide line up to 4th place. So he does improve, but he's still 2 tenths off Paul. And look how competitive this grid is. We've got the front 6 separated by 3 tenths per second.
Yeah, it's so close up front. I mean, you look down the rest of the field as well, and it is a close field. I mean, we've go from 1 minute 7.2, literally nothing to P2. A couple times down to P3, then P3 and 4 together, P5, 6 together. Where we're looking at the entire field pretty much, I'm pretty certain, apart from Corkers, who is on a lap right now, but it's invalidated, within a second, pretty much, which is insane for me. That is incredible pace from everyone.
If Chalkers invalidated his laps, you have to go again. And Josh moves up to 8th place. And Josh yet to finish a race. He raced in both races, but DNF in both races. Josh will be looking to get off the mark tonight as Konzo's our next guy. That Konzo had a good race last week. I have to say, he started at the back of the grid, but definitely did do quite well and got a good result. And the Ferrari guys, obviously, the Keith was not here tonight, but these Ferrari guys are definitely stronger in the race than the qualifying session.
Yeah, let's see though. Konzo, he is 82/100ths up on his lap time so far. That would put him on a 1 minute 8.02 if he does finish this lap off, and he's still that up. I'm going to reckon he's going to be into the 7.8. 7.9 as he crosses the line right there. So not bad for him. He does improve a little bit then, so he gained another couple of hundredths. But that last corner is pretty critical around this circuit, isn't it, Jamie? If you hook it up, you're going to be all good too at the start line.
That was my weak point, because my setup was very much downforce orientated, so I lost a lot of time in that final sector. But yeah, you get that. If you get a good one there, you can gain 2-3 attempts easily. And if you can hook on the back of a car, it's just in slipstream, and you definitely gain a couple of attempts. As Tico's could be on for pull-up. He is up on both sectors. Purple sector 1, improvement in sector 2. So even if he's matching the final sector, you're definitely on pole position. What's going to be? It's a 24. 7.2, so he improves slightly, but that slight improvement gets him into pole.
Yeah, slight improvement, but that's all you need to do then. Slight improvements. Good news, everyone. I figured out what the button is to go to different cameras. So there we go. It's shift and 1 and 2. I keep thinking, because I play Gran Turismo a lot, and if everyone remembers GT Sport, you could have keyboard controls on that game. I'm so used to pressing like the QWE and all that button to go downwards, and it's just shift and then 1, 2, 3 and all that. Luckily there's only 5 of them, so it's not that bad. But Tico, pole position so far. Tom in second. We are just waiting for a few people on lap times. First up to begin their next lap, we've got Kieran, who's currently in 6th. We've also got, I think, Corkers. Oh, I think he's on an in lap, so that's probably him coming in. But Kieran then, let's see what he can do then. So he comes out of Young Cow, and then of course headed down towards turn number 1, which is a long run down towards the centre S. Rise up over the crest, slide downhill braking, take the right hand side of the circuit, don't touch the grass because it will spit you around into a circle. Nice and gentle through here into 3. And a little bit over the curb on the exit as well, but all nice and dandy. Through 3, down towards 4. DRS zone, their car on the inside. One of the Red Bulls get well out the way. As you now come into number 5, and then I think down into 6 and 7. A little bit wide, but purple sector 1. As you come up to the corner names, which is always confusing. I do know one is Piratella, which is not this one. Not the next one, but it's the one afterwards. That's the only real corners I know in Young Cow and the CNRS. And the Interlagos, which is turn number 3. So I know a few of these corners. There is the Piratella, and then down into the corner, which is all famous for one thing, and that's Hamilton punting Albon off of a potential win at sad times. But hopefully we don't see any of that. We got an Aston Martin. That's going to give him a tow, isn't it?
Yeah, this might work out a treat for me. It was up on the first 2 sectors. He's about 2 temps up. So this may launch him into this may launch him to pole position, but he's going to get that DRS, and yeah, this beautiful tow for him. But he's not really using it. He's going to move up to 3rd place. Good luck there by Kieran, and that they have. If he could be happy with that lap.
Oh, legend. Turn 1, he's dropped it. That's that's out of the CNRS, and that's a very easy thing to do. He wants to be careful because he's going to have a car coming at him very quickly. Gets out of the way. Lovely save. But it is easy to drop, especially remember these guys have no assists, which are bonkers. 1 minute to go in qualifying, and that's an easy thing to do in any condition.
Yeah, I spun it with assists today a few times. So yeah, do no assists, quite impressive. Legend has picked up a bit of wing damage there, so. He'll have enough time to do another lap, but his lap will be compromised. I won't be surprised if he just comes in the pits and maybe calls it day. But he's definitely got time. I think he'll try another lap, but it will not be an ideal lap. As speaking of ideal laps, Rudy's up to 7th place, and Dutch Tricks has purpled the first sector. His middle sector is sort of matching it, so he might improve his time a little bit here. If he improves by a 10th, we move up to top 6, and he sort of. These drivers seem to be doing similar lap times like they did earlier on, but Dutch Tricks moved to 7th place there, and yeah, I think Rudy would be disappointed with 8th on the grid. I think I expected more than that from him.
Yeah, he certainly will be. We've got Scorpion up to the line. Someone's off.
Dutch Tricks, yeah, so that was a crash. Dutch Tricks had a moment in turn 3, I believe. So another guy went off there, and he lost his wheel, and he's out of the session.
Yeah, Dutch Tricks out of the session. We've got a few people on lap times.
Has had a spin as well. He had the purple first sector, but he spun it in that penultimate corner, and that will be his qualifying over. So Nando will not improve on his 10th place on the grid.
Yeah, Ricard on next to cross the line. I think session is over now, so these are the last times they're going to get. Can Ricard get himself on to pole position? Nope, he stays there. Next across the line, we've got a Mercedes, which is going to be Nando. He's in the pit lane. We've got Robin West up to the line. He's in the pit lane as well. Next across the line is, I'm going to guess it's Corkers. He's invalidated. Konzo across the line. He's in the pits.
I could say he's next side across the line. Obviously, he's had a few disconnections, so Scorpion hasn't really had a chance to do a proper lap. He'll get this lap in now. Can he improve on that 14th place? He's taking that tight line, the east-west line there. He's going to cross line now. What can he do? Can he get the 7s? Not quite.
Stays 14th then.
Matthew second on the grid, and Tom is invalidated, so Tom will not get pole position. And Matthew second on the grid there. He purpled the first sector and the last sector, so Tom is definitely running a low downforce setup. Look at.
Just invalidated. All of them have invalidated so far. So I think, unless someone throws a surprise at me, I think that is qualifying pretty much done and dusted.
Pole position for Tico, so good championship leader off to good start there. Matthew, our Xbox driver, or he's definitely doing the Xbox drivers proud there for 2nd place on the grid, and Tom in 3rd, Kieran in 4th, Legend in 5th, Rick, Dutch Tricks, Dara, Rudy down in 9th place. I was expecting that.
Yeah, down in 9th as the cars will just teleport out of existence. An interesting thing, by the way, this new mechanic of how to get the cars in the pit lane. They put the jacks under. Are they going to reel him in, the McLaren? I'm looking at him as that qualifying is, of course, over. Let's see. Does he also disappear like magic? No, he gets dragged in. McLaren gets dragged in. Everyone else, though, they just invisibilized.
Obviously, McLaren haven't quite utilised that. They haven't quite utilised the teleporting teleporting update yet. Though. That might come around next week.
Yeah, it might do, of course. But whilst we are just here, and I can just put my control there so it's not vibrating absolutely everywhere and giving me weird it feels weird randomly. I put my hands on it and going, oh, it's normal, and then it just starts vibrating, and it's like, it makes me jump. But we'll go through, of course, our sponsors. Next Level Racing, sponsorly providing prizes. Pure Sim Gear, sponsorly providing a pair of the Sim Racing gloves to drive for the most combined poles and fastest laps. Gamer Goose, sponsorly providing Gamer Goose samples to trophy winners. To partners, Vespertine, partner with Vespertine, who support our championship prizes. ERT, partner of the ERT Going Gets Tough Award and League trophies. And SimGrid, powered by SimGrid, who run our season through the community platform. But there is that. Tico on pole, Matthew, Tom and Kieran in second, third and fourth. The Dutch and the English going to go war down towards turn one. This is going to be thoroughly entertaining, of course. I hope you're all sitting nice and comfortably. I hope you're enjoying a lovely, should be, I think, it should be 60 FPS. I think that's what it's limited to on us. In terms of the weather, Jamie, you've got the insight more than I do. What's the weather?
Well, judging by this, it's going to stay dry. It's going to be overcast start, then go to cloudy weather, then go to sun, then cloudy and overcast. The highest chance of rain, what I can see here, is 19%. So I think I'm going to say it. The race is going to stay dry.
Dry race ahead of the drivers then. Thank you very much for the weather update, Jamie. Ted Kravitz here as well, I suppose. Didn't play for like Ted Kravitz, I will say. But of course, this race, this season, all excitement ahead of the drivers. We're here at round number 3 then of the ERT One Hub season here at the Brazilian Grand Prix. First hosting a race at this circuit, that was back in the 1950s. Hosted a string of races in the 70s, of course, up in the 80s as well. It went to Rio de Janeiro, of course. That circuit no longer exists. That's now where the Olympic Park is, if you are wondering if you can go and see that circuit. No is the answer. It's been turned into a car park. Like many places, this place might be turned into a car park if the president of Brazil gets his way, because he doesn't like this place, apparently. I've seen many rumours and things that might be torn up in the future. We don't want that. This circuit's beautiful. But 3, 2, 1, and good news, by the way, the server's not crashed. Everything's working. We've got a grid, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red light. Look, but never stare, because here in Brazil, it's going to be lights out, and eventually we go. And it's Trico then with a good start. Then what about Matthew? Is he coming up the inside into turn 1? No, he's not. Down into third. We've got a few cars going around the outside of the bag on there. 1 or 2 cars getting a bit close. One of the McLarens there getting squeezed up, and everyone getting critically through turn number 1. Correctly, but Tico leads from Matthew in second. Tom up in third position. Then comes Dutch Trex there. A few cars looking to the inside. The outside line. 1 car off. There's a McLaren there. And I think that might be Rudy. Legend. Or is that Legend going off the road there? It was contact with a Haas, and that must have been with Dara.
Yeah, Dara's the only Haas here, so yeah, that is contact there. And also, Dutch Tricks in 5th place. He's got 50% floor damage. So there's been contact the first 3 corners, so he's going to suffer there that floor damage. But at least, for his sake, it's not wheel wind damage. If it's wheel wind damage, that's your race over. But look at the mixture of tyres we've got softs, mediums, hards. Everyone's gone for a variety of tyre choices. And Kieran needs to get by Tom ASAP on them hards. Oh no, Kieran at top of the moment. And Kieran has gone off as well, and he's lost several places there. Tom had to sort of. And these guys are struggling for tyre temperatures. Yeah,
tyre temperatures, this is quite correctly. This is what you found out and what I found in Division 3. These tyres, if you have a slight twitch at the beginning of the race, they are very easy to overheat. Here comes Tom getting overtaken, and his Dutch Tricks going for the move there. Down into turn number 1. Down the inside he goes. Gets the job done. Has he got it stopped? The answer is yes. The Mercedes follows suit. Then comes the Alpine in 5th position as he's right up his chuff. He's almost pushing the car then. Which way is he going to go? He'll go to the inside line if he's got the grip there. Through he comes then, late braking into turn number 4, gets a job done, or has he? On the outside line, the Mercedes might try and put it back, but he has to lift off. McLaren following through, and that's going to be brave around the outside into turn 6. He's not going to do it there, must be careful, doesn't spin, and he has spun.
Both McLaren spin on the first 2 laps, a bit reminiscent of my race where I spun on the first couple of laps, but yeah. Shame there from the McLaren team, as I believe Dara's got past Scorpion, but Scorpion could go for it in the Albon corner in the Red Bull. The Red Bull has a better now. It's better now than Albon did, but Dara's fighting it back. Dara sort of pushes Scorpion off the track there a little bit. Great fighting here, and Tom is struggling on the hard tyres. He's got to just wait for them to bed in, and now Dara's got through. Dara's sort of pulled the gap. Now look at Josh. Obviously, Josh and Scorpion, two very experienced one of racing drivers. Josh can go around the outside. The two Rebel teammates. Will there be team orders here? How will
Looks
they
like
fight
it.
this? Yeah, Scorpion lets him through. Scorpion a good start there, but he's lost a few places.
Up front, meanwhile, Tico still leads this race. He's got it now a few times.
Banging wheels, and Codemasters on the curve, and he's spun it. Now, can he keep it out the wall? No, he doesn't. He's got wing damage, and yeah, that was a bit messy there. They were both fighting in the centre S's, and Robin West comes off worst there. So I've had a few incidents already, and we're only on lap 3.
Yeah, indeed we do, as I go and get all the lovely little graphics there on the left-hand side of your screen, so we can see all the gaps between...
Oh, sorry, I thought Dara spun there, but it was a bit of a lag, sorry.
Little bit of lag. That might be the theme here today. There might be a little bit of twitches here and there. It doesn't look too bad on my end. I'm not seeing any lag at all.
No.
I've seen a few graphical glitches of some weird finger hands of demons, but apart from that, looks relatively stable. Up front, meanwhile, like I was saying earlier on, we've got Tico leading from Matthew in second on the Xbox, hoping to get, I think, well, would this be the first ever potential? Well, I think one-up's always been on PlayStation, hasn't it? I think.
Yeah, we were doing a bit of PC on ACC, but yeah, we never had Xbox. So yeah.
So, if, and this is a big if Matthew or Scorpion win this race, that will be a record first ever win for a non-PlayStation driver. That will go down in the history books, and I think those guys would dearly love to do that.
And yeah, now these soft tyres, cheeks are starting to feel a little bit. So Matthew on these medium tyres, now medium tyres are starting to come their own a little bit. I experienced this when I was on mediums, and guys around me on softs, they sort of pulled away for the first couple of laps, and 3 or 4 laps in the stint, that's when it switched up. That's when medium tyres were better. Now Matthew's having great. He's got a great opportunity here with DRS, and he may. Will he bide his time here? We've noticed these top tier guys, they don't tend to go the overtake immediately, they tend to bide time, but I think with the gap behind, I think Matthew will be a bit more circumspect as Nando has spun it.
Oh, contact! Rick, and is that Corkers? That is Corkers! Yeah. And what on earth just happened down there? And that looked like he just misbraked himself.
Yeah, he's on his return, and that's not a great return for him. Yeah, it's a bit messy at the back, I have to say. As Trix is in the pits, we've got Nando on Rudy. They're going side by side, hard tyres versus soft tyres. These soft tyres are starting to give up the ghost already.
Yeah, they only last about 5, 6, 7 laps. I'd be coming in around about lap 6, outside versus inside, like the hard tyres. A very good race tyre. In fact, the medium tyre is actually a bit quicker, in my opinion, than I found the soft tyres during that race as well, especially in Division 3. So I would definitely be expecting to see anyone on the soft compound tyres being in at the end of the next 1 or 2 laps. So what's Tico in? Lots of likes of Kieran as well. I tell you what, look at Matthew here. He's really right at the back of Tico. And
I think Tico has to pit this up. I think Matthew will get by him pretty shortly. He has to pit in and just try and get some sort of undercut. Obviously, you only get one set of hards, one set of mediums, so you do have to run those softs, and it's sort of a tyre where you sort of just try and run for a little.
Coming in.
Yeah, there's no surprise there to see him in, and Matthew now, look at the lead he's got, he's so comfortable now. I think Tom's now starting to get these hard tyres into some sort of window. He's starting to improve his lap times, and I say that Dow's actually overtaken there, so I think I might have got that a bit wrong, but yeah, Dow's up to 3rd place. He's having a good race as well, as Chico's in on the hard tyres, so he's saving their mediums till the end of the race.
yeah, good strategy. Medium, soft, hard, medium. That's what pretty much everyone looks like they've been doing throughout the other tiers as well. We've got a few cars battling. Rudy, like you said, ahead of Nando in the Mercedes. And Nando, a bit twitchy on the rear end there. Of course, this circuit, pretty easy to pick up penalties as soon as you run a little bit wide. There's a few key corners here. This corner we're coming through here on board of Nando. Run wide, you're getting a penalty. Turn number 4 as well. One of those other corners you can pick up penalty. And of course, the Senna S, the other key point you can pick up a time penalty. So 3 or 4 kind of key opportunities. You can pick up penalties at Young Cow, where we're just looking at Matthew come through right now, as well as Kieran. But you run a little bit wide there, and especially if you are on the grip and the traction control these guys have got, you're going around.
Yeah. Is Kieran going to come in this lap? No, he stays out.
Yellow flags.
That might be a phantom yellow flag, or if it's a car coming for a spin maybe, but yeah, it's all green now, so...
Tico?
Yeah, I don't know, maybe. Scorpion's in the pit, so he's getting off them soft tyres. Yeah, Tico's dropped down, hasn't he? I think maybe shrunk the tyre wall up. I think he maybe have a little moment there, shrunk the tyre wall up. With these hard tyres, take about, I'd say a lap, maybe
Oh,
lap and a
he's nearly
half.
dropped it.
Yeah, they're really struggling in there. Williams' head struggling well. It's like Chalk's at the moment there. So these guys are struggling for traction. Obviously, I think Chalk's maybe his tyres are overheated after that spin, and Tico, these tyres aren't up to temperature yet.
Yeah, they most certainly aren't, and they got to be careful, pardon me, as they come through the corners. Meanwhile, still got a battle then for 6th, 7th and 8th position. I like doing this, by the way, being able to switch to cameras on the fly. As I go to, we'll go to 9 and 10 right now. We've got Ricard then. Is he thinking of a move in the next couple of laps? He'll probably, if I'm smart, and these drivers are more smart than me, they'll wait until the DRS because, well, to be fair, Legend will probably be in the pit lane before he gets the overtake because look at that rear end.
Kieran's staying out for another lap, so he's trying to extend his soft tyre stint to about 8 laps, so he's doing a good job on them soft tyres. So he's not losing too much time to Matthew, but he's a bit of a second hand now. Is also these guys are staying out for a lot longer than I thought in the soft tyres, but Conzo, he's having a look as if Tico's going to get by Chalkers, so Tico's starting to get them hard tyres back up temperature, but he lost a lot of time with that little spin. That's going to give Matthew a pretty big advantage in the strategy.
Yeah, indeed. Well, he's now up then into 11th, but Matthew, the gap is currently between first and we're looking at Tico, 20 seconds. Pit delta around here is 20 seconds. So, yeah, that pretty much says to me it's going to be a bit close. Remember, though, what Matthew is doing here, in essence, is the overcut strategy, especially because we've got a car off, and that is Corkers. And that's turn number 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. I'm going to say 7 there, and same place. It's so easy to do, isn't it, there?
Yeah, so easy. It's like you lose traction that corner. I had a half spin there in my race, and I lost a couple of places. A bit similar to what Hulkenberg had one year. As Rudy's in the pits on the soft tyres, and he's going to go now. Would he go? These guys seem to go for
McLaren's in.
Yep, double stack. I think they'll be okay. I think there's another gap. I don't think they'll be affected too much. Rudy's on the hards. Legend. Will he go for hards as well? Or will he opt for a different tyre? No, I think they're hard tyres as well.
Yeah, not too bad stop for the McLaren boys. A little bit of held up. By the way, you're thinking of 2012, that race where Hulkenberg dropped it at turn 7 there, did a half spin, then of course went in, unfortunately crashed with Lewis Hamilton, a race where he probably should have won that race in Brazil.
Yeah, he was the quickest guy. Yeah, he was the quickest guy, I think, in that race.
Of course, he won that race. Someone's favourite driver, who is here, I think still in the call, it's Jess is still in the call, it's Ginger Byrne won that race, his last ever victory, of course, as well. One of the wet weather maestros, the race, of course, where Sebastian Vettel won his second title. Third, my apologies.
Spun again. Chalkers has spun again. He's not having a fun time.
You reckon he's got those rear tyres over here? They've got Ron Pressures.
Yeah, I had that when I had a spin. I spun about 3 or 4 times afterwards. After I was him, I'd just pit and get rid of these tyres. The tyres are shot. His tyre wear. The tyres are absolutely shot. So he's got to just try and get them down to a manageable temperature, and you can maybe go back on them later on in the race, because you can go back to the tyres he'd been on. But yeah, they've been through several heat cycles, and that's not good. And another fact about that 2012 race is that that was the last McLaren race win until Monza last year. I don't think anybody thought that.
No one thought that in 2012. But of course, if you remember the 2013 McLaren, that was sad. I'll put it that way. It was a very sad car. It was one of the most prettiest cars. Not as pretty as the 2012 McLaren, but it was still a pretty car because I do not like the step noses.
No. So Tom is now, I think Tom is in hard times. It's starting to come to him a little bit. He's starting to close the back of Darragh, but Matthew's got a 5-6-second lead. He's absolutely dominating at the moment, and Tommy may have a new rival here, and he's on a different platform. As Darragh says, doing a good job as well. Any more battles? The two Aston Martins are pretty close too, and it's sort of a bit of a lull at the moment, sort of in between strategies. And I think the next couple of laps, obviously he's soft, these mean guys will go to about lap 14, 15, and maybe go on hards and maybe run softs at the end, or will he go softs middle stint? That's what we've got to keep an eye out for.
Possibility. Meanwhile, Dutch Tricks on the back of Tico, and this is the battle for presumably the net race lead here today, potentially. And Tico's in trouble here, isn't he? He's just not got pace. Look here, here comes his teammate. Is he going to go for it?
Lemhard's not no tyre, and yeah, he's...
Oh, did they hit each other just then?
No, I think they managed okay. I think they were very close to contact, but I think they both got through, and yeah, he's obviously up to 7th place. And yeah, Tico's has got to remember, he'll have the lead in the race. So if he can stay in the DRS as Kieran's actually now catch up, these three are very close to each other. All three ERT drivers, and they're all in the net race lead at the moment. If the gap to Matthew is 20 seconds, so Matthew will be very close to these guys when he does pit. But yeah, these guys, if they drag each other along DRS, then it might help them close that gap a little bit. As Tom, he's on the back of Darren, but he's not really doing anything about it. He's got a lot of spare battery, I've noticed, so he's played a long game here.
Most certainly indeed. Meanwhile, here comes the Aston Martin on the Aston Martin again. Both of them just keeping each other within arm lengths. They don't want to battle too heavily right now, because the last thing which we've seen between teammates here at Brazil is coming together. Tragic memories. 29. Oh, hello. Dutch, don't do that. There's a wall there, nearly. I thought I winked for a second. I thought that was going to be a monumental shot. But he realised there was a wall there and decided to go back on the circuit. All ends well, I guess, there. But like I said, yeah, Matthew is running away with this right now. 20-second gap up front, then to these guys. Remember, he's going to be on fresher tyres as well. He presumably will go on a set of... So he's doing medium, hard, soft, I'm going to guess.
Yeah. Yeah, he's going to have to do them softs, which may...
Pit lap 16?
End of the rate. Yeah, lap 16 for... Yeah, you can run the mediums longer than the hards round here. Because that's what I was going to plan to do, run the mediums longer than the hards. Because the mediums, I can get them last a good 20 laps. And these guys can last a bit longer. But you don't want to... But you want to... Yeah, them hard tyres, you've got to have a decent amount of length on them, because if you have a too short in the hard, you'll never get the temperature. So yeah, I believe they'll be in the next good 2 or 3 laps. He's got a yellow flag. That is the two. Have they collided?
Is that Corkers? That's Corkers.
Oh, Dutch Tricks has gone off as well. He's gone off as well. At NRS, we've had 2 spins at the moment there. Corkers, yeah, he's spun again, and he's not having a fun return to one abrasion. But yeah,
Kieran ahead of both the Astons now. Now, what has happened there at turn number 1? What we've missed?
I just saw the end of it. I just saw Dutch Tricks. I think he went a bit wide, and I wonder if he was trying to go over an overtake, and maybe he misjudged it. I don't know if it's contact or not. I can't really tell, but yeah, Dutch Tricks lost time. That's helped Kieran massively, and that's also helped Matthew as well, because he's going to come out ahead of both of the Aston out, and he's coming immediately to react. And this is going to be very close with Kieran, I think. So Darren's in as well, so Tom will take the race lead. These guys, I think they'll go on hard tyres now and have a longish stint. As Chalkers is in the pits, comes into retire from the race.
First retirement, hard set of tyres. Matthew on the hard as well. Where's he going to be comparative to the man he wants to be racing with, the Alfa Romeo? There he is in the distance. He's going to be ahead of these guys. There's a big mistake there. Watch out for Tico. He's going to get the position. Tico back up into 6th position. A big mistake there. Rear end stepped around, and how he caught that one, I will never know.
Yeah, Matthew's ahead of these guys, but Matthew's got...
Safety car. Is that a safety car?
And that is... Yeah, that is.
Yeah. What's that for?
It's a phantom safety car. I can't really see anything on track. There's no spinners. That's weird.
Been some damage. Someone lost their front wing. Robin Ress in the pits. Is this for some damage? Who knows? No.
Helps the Mercedes guys out an absolute treat there.
They're gonna...
Tom will come in, put a set of medium tyres on, I presume, and probably Matthew may take the lead. Depends how the Delta works out, but
should do.
Tom is yeah, Matthew will really take the lead, I think. But yeah, that's helped Tom out a treat there.
Maybe close. He's going on a set of soft tyres. Bold.
Yeah, going aggressive.
I don't think it will lead. It'll be... In comes a few other cars. Yeah, where's he going to be?
Don't get Delta in the pit lane, so this may...
Ah, look. Everyone's pitted, apart from Matthew.
Yeah, because he's just... Yeah, they're all getting... A lot of these guys are getting their second stop out the way. And I wonder if Tom's doing that, coming on softs and they come out and they come in next lap and put the medium tyres on. I wonder if that's his thinking.
Well, they can do 20s.
Yeah, they can get 20 laps, or I could just about get 20 laps, so I'm pretty sure these guys can. So yeah, we see who's done their 2 stops. So Tico, Kieran, Trix, Scorpion, Rudy, Dara, Robin West have all done their 2 stops, and that safety car, or Chalkers is a lap down. I thought again had his lap back, but Chalkers. But if these guys pit ahead, Chalkers may get back on the lead lap. So we'll see what happens here.
Yeah, it'd be an interesting thing if they do stop. Josh in 3rd position, Nando in 4th, Konzo in 5th, Ricard in 6th, Chico in 7th. I do apologise, by the way, if I do sound a little bit quiet. I have slightly got a mild cold as well, but nothing will stop live action out of the drivers because it's what I love doing. Apart from if I'm really dying, which I've done before. I've commentated when I've literally died on stream. That wasn't fun. But not dying is spectacularly right now, so we'll keep going, which is nice to see because I don't feel like stopping and no one else wants to stop. We are midway through this race nearly. Lap 18, I think, is the midpoint of this race, as in comes Tom. You were right.
Matthew's staying out. That's interesting. Now Josh is staying out as well, so got a bit of mixed strategies. Now Matthew will, I presume he's going to go long on these hard and just absolutely fly on the softs in the end. So this is interesting. This safety car, for whatever, I don't know why it came out, but it's definitely throwing a curveball into this Grand Prix.
You remember, of course, Matthew. I believe he's not officially signed up, is he? Unless I've missed something. Is he signed up?
No, I think today has been a trial. Today is a trial for see how the crossplay works. Obviously, we tend to run it next season in all tiers. So see if it works. If any glitches and
so far, so good.
So far at the moment, yeah, it seems to have definitely worked so far at the moment. So if you are a PC or an Xbox driver and interested in joining the league, to watch out. And next season, you may have opportunities to race if this goes well.
Yep, still a few slots, I believe, in tier number 1, and the other tiers, I think there's a 1 or 2 slots here and there as well. So don't forget to sign up as well. Get a hold of the @OneHub Racing account, and you should be able to get a response pretty quickly as well. So interesting to see if the safety car's in this lap. It should be.
I think it will. Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Matthew leads them away then, and he's going to have, so we're 16 laps down with 20 to go then, ahead of the drivers. And when do you want to go? Don't do it too early, which is what I did earlier on. It lost me 1 or 2 positions, but you can go pretty much from now. If I was him, you can go right now if you want.
Yeah.
Easy going.
Pit lane, so
waiting. There we go. And he's away. He's jumped it well, hasn't he?
Yeah, great restart. Josh under the pressure of Nando here. Josh sort of caught napping there on the hard tyres. Nando's going to go around the outside. Josh is going to give him room. Josh managed to hang on just, but can Nando get him down the hill? But look at Matthew's got a 1 second lead. That was a perfect restart. Nando, look how much he's gaining. He's gaining. He'll go for the inside here. Josh will give him room. They'll be both on their battery, presumably. Nando's going to go for the inside, and he gets the move done, does he? Can he get it stopped? Yes, he can, up to 2nd place.
Yeah, lovely move in there on the outside line. There's almost contact there. Is off the road. Ricard then to the inside. What a brave move if he can pull that one off. Half on the grass. Big mistake for Joss. Has he caught it? Yes, he has. Oh my goodness me. How these drivers are mental right now. I don't know how, they're doing some gymnastic skills right now. 10 out of 10. Yeah. From here today. Dutch Trex also having a bit of a mistake. He's on the outside line. This is going to get messy. Contact will be backing out of this so far as this guy, but he didn't want to do that because he backed out and now he's lost another position. There's the McLaren. These guys are blimey, they're always touching.
That's Scorpion spun round. Josh didn't get his tyres. Tucked up there. He's struggling for grip now. Rudy, look at this. Got 3 or 4 cars down the middle. Josh is the cock in the bottom of the moment. Rudy is going to go for the inside line. Look how much more confidence he's got down the straight. He's going to send him inside. What would Josh have to fight this? He tries to fight it, they sort of bang wheels a little bit. Josh will have the inside line here, but Rudy going to have the better
McLaren. Yeah, Legend's going to get the pair of them. Let's see, that's a perfect team effort there for the McLaren pair. And now, is he? I thought for a second he was opening the door then to let him back through. I thought for a second Rude was going to let his teammate through. They don't. Instead, Legend gets a bit twitchy on the rear. This is brilliant battle. Here comes Kieran round the outside. That's brave stuff to go right round the outside there. He'll be down on the outside of Piratalo. He's pushed off the road once. Contact twice. But he's still there around the outside line. Beautiful stuff. There's the Aston Martin up the inside. A bit twitchy again then. As these guys are pushing each other right now.
Yeah, Tom, I didn't take me inside Dutch tricks there, but I had nowhere to go and I had to back out of it now. Josh, bang wheels, and Tom. Look how close Tom is to these guys. Tom getting the both here, if they're not careful.
The inside, and I tell you what, poor old Josh has been treated there like a pinball ball. Look at him drop down the order. He's like... Yeah, he was second a minute ago. Now he's in 10th. He might be 11th, and he's dropping like a fly. I mean, he's been cement blocked to the floor. Here comes another car. There's the Mercedes going around the outside. We've got the Alpha Tower around the outside there. Robin Reyes, there's contact, and there's a pile up, and there is Josh. And unfortunately, that is not what he wanted to do there. Another car going wide, and up to drama there.
Yeah, Josh, I think, missed his breakpoint there, ran the back of Tom there. So Tom got down to 14th place, and Josh has front wing damage. So
Robin Reyes as well.
Yeah. Yeah. So a bit of a it's just
kerfuffle.
Yeah. They're both struggling for grip. They'd both have to pitch early, and Darrow's just got to be careful. He's got to pick these cars out because he's going to get me damage himself.
Oh, you say that, and that was what on earth was that? That looked weird. Who was that? Was that Desync?
I don't know. He's on the curve.
And was that a penalty for retiring on circuit? That would be, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I don't know.
What on earth was that? That was that Robin? That wasn't Robin Reyes. I don't know what that was. That was weird.
Third DNF for Josh. Third DNF season for Josh. And he's not yet finished the race. And at the front, Lando was starting to catch back a Matthew on them hard tyres. I say Matthew's doing. I'm quite impressed by Josh doing these hard tyres. He's kept them in a good condition, and now these good. Guys these main guys are gaining, but Matthew, if he can, the guys behind are all banging wheels and losing time, and Matthew will surely go to around, say, lap 30 and pit soft and just fly at the end. That's his plan. And if safety car does come out, then
talking of that,
yeah, that is Chalkers again. Yeah. It's a lap down, and to fair play to him for keeping going. That's what we like to see.
Yes, indeed. There's a quick. Going to quickly open my windows up because it's very warm all of a sudden. So back in a second.
So he's through now, coming through the DRS zone. We've got the front, got the first 4 cars within 1.5 seconds of each other. He's got Nando, he's in the DRS, and Matthew, Rick's in the DRS. Rick's having a good race today. I've been very impressed by Rick. He's definitely shown me he was very aggressive on that restart. He's paid off with a retreat up to 3rd place, and Nando's starting to gain on Matthew, and Matthew on them hard tyres now. Just hoping to hold Nando back and just try. And he's got another yellow flag. That is
Chalkers again.
Yeah, Chalkers again. Yep. Yeah. So yeah, there's Aldi's no, that's Chalkers from yet another spin. Them tyres are
cooked.
Gone.
Is the word. I don't know if he's got floor damage or whatnot that we've not missed as well. Well, I don't know what the Taz is saying for you.
Yeah.
Dutch Tricks Taz.
There's floor damage. No damage what I can see at the moment. So
might just be overheating tyres.
He's got rear wing damage. That's why he's struggling. He's got rear wing damage. Okay, that's understandable. That's why he's struggling.
That's a real shame then. So he's going to be lapped then by Robin Reyes, and he'll be a lap down from everyone. But like I was going to mention earlier on before I need to open the window because there's a nice breeze now in my room. It's Matthew. He's got a lot of pace in now. You might be wondering, why aren't these mediums catching at the rate we're thinking of? Now, the interesting thing here is the hards are very good. However, I say that is Nando.
Right.
Oh, there's on the inside Ricard. That's brave. Has he got the job done around the outside? Yeah.
Banging wheels.
And look here for Tico. We might get the pair of them. Tico then, through he comes. There's contact at the straight, and they're almost killing each other. Here comes the inside line. He's almost on the grass. He is on the grass. To the inside line. He has to back up. That won't work, boys. This will not work. To the outside line. Here comes Ricard. These two are so nearly contact. They do touch. And how they don't crash each other off, I will never know. That is incredible.
How did they not spin spin out there. That was front wheel to rear wheel. How did they not spin out? That's amazing. And yeah, I was expecting to have any tears, but they all managed to survive amazingly. No damage, no nothing, and definitely lost out with shammed the car ahead. Great racing there. Maybe a little bit on the naughty side, but they all managed to survive.
Yeah, rubbing's racing as long as you don't in the wall. That's the thing, of course. If you're not in the wall, that's the main thing here. You can have a much contact as long as you don't damage each other and you don't end up flying into a wall at a million miles an hour. All fine in my books. Here comes Ricard, second time of asking. Let's see, inside or outside?
Nando's got no DRS. He's a bit vulnerable this time, and he's gonna wait for the second. He's waiting for the second straight. I think that's where you get the move done. I think if you get a good exit here, but
two McLarens as well.
Yeah. They're in this fight. They have a difficult first stint, 2 spins. That's it. Can't put back contention. Now we've got a 5-way battle for P2.
Let's see then who is going to win this race. We've got, of course, Tico. He is the fan favourite to potentially win this race. He's got his second stop out of the way. The question is, will those medium tyres last the distance? We've got the top 3 still yet to stop. Matthew's just here. He is having a time of his life right now. Will he win this race? Maybe, maybe not. Has he earned the respect of everyone right now? Yes, is probably the answer, because this is a storming drive. Even though, yes, he hasn't stopped. We've had a safety car. He is still driving on what is, how many lap-old tyres is he on right now? 9 lap-old hards versus 8 lap-old mediums, but he's still driving a phenomenal race.
Just about keeping out the DRS from the car ahead. That's helping him an absolute treat. Nando cannot get in that DRS, and that's helping him. That's helping that Rick as well. Rick is gaining a lot, but Nando. That's going to lose in time, and Tico will surely get through. And
they're all coming through.
Might get through there, yeah. It's a costly mistake by Rick, who's looking at second place, and now it's down to 6th.
Yeah, just rear end just twitched, had too much power on, and that's all it matters in this battle. That's what you feared could happen as well. I think that's probably what we were going to mention. One mistake, and you are down a lot of positions. Remember, no track to control here today. Don't forget, 2 McLarens. They are, I think, if I'm correct right now, the most scoring constructors in this race. Don't quote me on that, but I think they're in 4th and 5th. That equates to what? 28 points.
Fourth place you get 12 points, and 5th place you get 10. So yeah, I think because there's no other alpha males in this race, is there? So yeah, I think they probably are. So yeah, good shout there.
Now I have just been told, by the way, I've just looked at the chat, that the car of Scorpion King will not be scoring points. I'm presuming, is that Matthew as well, or is Matthew on the sim grid? I'm looking at the admin chart here, just trying to figure some things out. So I don't know. Yellow flags. That is Dara. Is that Dara? We've also got another car off.
Chalkers with his wheel ring damage. It's no surprises. The wheel ring damage game, it's undrivable. It's just undrivable. So yeah. So apologies for Chalkers further on. I didn't know he had wheel ring damage, so yeah.
I theorised he might have had some damage, but I wasn't 100% sure. But
Tom's just overtaken Conzo for 10th place. Sorry to put in there, but yeah, Tom's up to 9th place, trying to recover from that unfortunate incident, which wasn't really his fault. So yeah, just trying to recover and get as many points as possible. A bit like Miami, really.
Yeah, it's a little bit like Miami, isn't it? We've seen a lot of battles. This is fun racing, I'll say. As small mistakes here and there, yes. Well, I will say, of course, I love watching races at Brazil. It is always a spectacle. Meanwhile, 2nd and 3rd position go battle. Tico inside line. Looks like taking canning from a baby right now, isn't it? Up the inside it goes. I don't think that Mercedes is going to do anything there. Might get the DRS through here, and he can try. Will he do it, though?
Get a repass like Perez and Hamilton last year. That's what he may do. It may James Barrow trying to repass, but I think Tico's got it covered. Yes, he does. Yeah, he's got it covered there. So now can Tico catch down Matthew and overtake for the lead? And I think Matthew needs a safety car. That's what he needs. I don't think he's gonna. If he pits now, he's gonna drop all the way down to 11th place, I think. So he needs a safety car for any chance to win the race. But he's shown. I think today he's shown he's definitely got the pace to win the races. Maybe if he should have pitted again with that safety car. Maybe that's what he may rude to ruin if there's no other safety cars for the rest of this race.
Yeah, I do want to say, by the way, whilst we are just here, thank you, Codemasters, for thank you slightly for having crossplay on, because it is actually, so far, touch wood. I mean, we've only got 2 cars that are in the crossplay section, well, and me, but it is stable. It is stable. There's no lag, and that is the best thing I can give them. Meanwhile,
Now they're going to repass here on Tico. Yeah, he can't break away. DMS is so powerful down here. He's back up to 3rd place now. The 2 McLaren guys, they've stopped as well. So the 2 McLaren could be on for a fantastic result. They led you with a slight bit of front wing damage. It's not really hurting him in terms of performance. The front wing damage in this game isn't as punishing as has been on previous games.
now, I have been told, by the way, by the lovely chat, that Matthew is on SimGrid, so I think he is signed up then, so,
yeah.
He is racing, so he's racing for points then, so he still has to stop, but
I hope he remembers about the 2-stop rule. He's a new driver, obviously, so I hope he does remember. That's my slight fear at the moment.
Nick saying, Nick and Cameron in the chat, by the way, getting confused of who's who. Yellow flag! Who is that? Oh, it's Corkers. Off the road. I thought for a second that was one of the leaders dropped it, then as I looked away, it's Corkers. And you know what? Fair play. I'll give him a hug after this if he finishes this race. This is, with rear wing damage, it's difficult.
I hope he scores a point. I know that means 2 cars DNF, but he deserves a point for his efforts. As Tico, the inside, again, he's going to read. These guys are passing each other for fun. They just can't break away from each other. And Tico's back up to 2nd place. Now, look how close Nando is. Now, Nando should get him down this straight. And with the inside, Tico off the 10 the inside line.
Doesn't. Do you reckon he knows right now there's no point battling him because, with the crucial thing here, he's got to stop again. The only issue here is if these guys trip over each other.
Yeah, I'm a bit fearful because these are 2 new drivers and they've both haven't done their 2nd stop. I just hope they realise they've got to stop again. To be fair, Rick does as well in 6th place. He's raced a lot, so yeah. But it's not quite ready for softs yet. 2-3 more laps before you can get them softs to the end and they sort of work at the end, so yeah.
So Nando got the Taz wrong, it seems, as well. So that is a 5-second time penalty, it looks like. So I'm just kind of keeping an eye on the admin chats. They give me key information. Meanwhile, is that Corkers? Again, getting out of the way. Yeah, he is. Here comes 2nd position. Here comes Tico, inside line again. This is for the 5th time of answering. McLaren settling behind as well. Is the McLaren going to think of a lunge into turn 1? No, he's not. But this is getting a bit frosty right now. These guys tripping over each other more and more. And it's only going to be a matter of time before we go 3 wide here. Let's see. Is Nando going to come straight back attacking then outside line? Yes, he is. Late braking. Has he got the traction? No, he hasn't. Can't quite do it this time. We've got Darrow who's off the road on the exit low. This is an opportunity. Outside line. He's going to be close into turn 7. He's going to back off that. That's a brave thing to do. You can go up the inside here into the right-hander of Piratala. But not going to try it right now. Lap 29 of 36 of this thrilling, dramatic race. Here today, here in Interlagos. And as per usual here in One Hub Racing, Interlagos always brings up a cracker.
Yeah, it does. It always very close grid, very close field. And see three very different sectors. Just offers up some great racing. All this fighting is allowing Matthew to pull in. Matthew's got a 3-second lead, so he's put a nice little buffer for when he does come in the pits. And
Legend on Nando, so I'd cut over you. Has he got the move up the inside? Are we late braking? Does he decide it? He's going for it. There's contact. There is a bit of contact, and what's going to happen here is there's going to be more contact. Yay, slightly. Now, watch here at the other McLaren. The other McLaren's going to try and get the both of them here. This has worked. This is going to work. Then if he can late brake, they're going to be contact. This is going to end in tears. One of them's going off. There is one off. They're still going at it. The 2 McLarens, though, don't trip over each other, boys. But Rudy then out the position. If that was played, that was beautifully played there from the 2 McLarens.
That was speed race.
Oh, legend, careful.
Speedway. Yeah, that was speedway style team racing there. Just sort of get the other guy, get your 2 drivers together, sort of bully your guy trackers. Darrow's out the race. Now, will that bring out a safety car? He's binned it. He has binned it.
Safety car. Is that a safety car?
Yeah. Surely everybody will be in for soft tyres.
Yeah,
Surely.
you'd imagine so. Right now, this is kind of a blessing in disguise for Matthew if he can get in.
Yeah,
but
helped him, yeah.
he's got to hope everyone else comes in. Tico, I'm going to guess he'll come in. Someone's got to stay out here. Rudy does. Legend in. Outstays Nando.
Stay out.
No, Nando, why have you stayed out? You should have pitted. He's got a pit still.
Yeah.
That's...
He's going to get disqualified, so he's not aware of the two-stop rules, so... That's unfortunate, because they've got to catch safety car now, so if he pits now, he's going to drop to the back of the field. So that is very unfortunate there for the Mercedes man, and Rudy's in the lead, and these soft tyres will easily get to the end, but Nando will be a bit of a cork in the bottle for Matthew, and it may allow Rudy to pull away. Now look, let's check the penalty situation, see who's got the penalties. Only Kieran and Scorpion have time penalties, so these guys have kept it clean in terms of time penalties, so we won't see too much shake up the order at the end of the race. So far, yeah, but we do know the last few laps drivers do get a bit more aggressive, and that's when we may see a few penalties get thrown up, as I believe everybody, apart from the front two, are on, and Chalkers are on fresh or fresh-ish soft tyres.
Yeah, indeed. This is going to be entertaining. Safety car will be on the land of lap 30. This seems familiar from somewhere. This safety car coming out right at the end of a race. This happened to me in P3. I had a penalty, unfortunately. I was leading, and then I didn't win. I could have won. I got pole. But I'm still sad. Though to be fair, that was a good race, I must say. Being out of race with the likes of Gaza and all that, and it's just so nice to be up the front. I've never had it. Still haven't won a race on F1. It will happen. I have faith in me.
Getting closer.
Getting closer.
Yeah, we had safe car about 12 to 13 laps going out here, and there was forecasted rain, so a lot of guys came in to put softs on, but were gambling on derailing. But I had a fresh set of medium, shut that on, and the rain came, but it was only spitting, so everybody went out soft tyres, and I managed to finish second place, and that was a strategy masterstroke after a difficult first few laps. A bit like the McLarens in this race here, where they both had the spins on the first few laps. Now look at them, first and fifth, and the split strategies, which is quite clever here. But them medium tyres, they'll be very close to the end of their life. So
what's the tyre wear look like?
Yep, as we look here, Rudy, his rear right tyre is on 52%. Ando, his rear tyre is on 55%, and all the guys are softs there at 6, 11, 12, 7, 9, so they're on fresh softs. But these softs, safety car comes in this lap, the softs I think will be good for the first 3 laps, and then they may die off on the final lap. So if Rudy can get his elbows out on the restart, he may just hang on, but it's going to be a very tall order. Yeah,
here we go then. Safety car. If my calculations are correct, and they usually are with the safety car, should be in around about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you very much. I like when that happens, I will admit. Perfect timing again. But there we go. There we go then. So what's really going to do then? Leading from Nando. Last safety car will be able to get, presumably, in this race. He might still get an opportunity for one more. Tico and Matthew. These two are going to go for guns of glory. Matthew with a real shot to win on his debut. As long as he gets it all hooked up on the start and doesn't get overtaken by Tico, he has a real opportunity. They are racing then here today, and 5-second time penalty there for Legend there as he tries to go on the outside. Here comes Tico up the inside then into 2. He has to cut the corner a little bit. There's going to be a bit of contact on the exit, but here is Tico trying with Matthew then around the outside line. Look at Legend then trying to get the position then as well. There's going to be contact down the straight. Oh no, please. Oh, thank goodness the game fought for a second. They were going in the wall, and somehow again these drivers survive. And here comes Matthew around the outside. That's brave. Can he do it? Still there he is, right around the outside. Beautiful.
It's like half drift then. Hang on, that's incredible. What a
Tico, and look at Legend trying to go around the outside as well. These guys are getting bunched up. Yellow flags. Corker's off. Up the inside there goes the McLaren. He's going to try and take a lunge up the inside of Nando.
Tom is absolutely flying on this restart. It's up 3 or 4 places. He's going to send it inside the Rick here. This is a very brave move there. 2 mistakes on the charge. Oh, that was almost contact.
Tico off. Tico off. Look at how position he's dropped. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 positions. Careful as an Aston Martin getting involved in this as well. There's almost 3 abreast. Tico has to go off the road there to avoid it. This is going to end in tears, boys. Oh, they're almost 4 abreast. Look at this. They're 3 become 5.5. There's all contact there. I'm running on board of Tico and all this because it's not going to work. I see his teammates.
Oh, careful, careful. Well, all it happened, Matthew overtook Rudy for the end of the race, and Matthew should surely pull away. Duck tricks out the race, so Chalkers is going to score a point, and yeah, that was a bit messy at the back there, and yeah, Matthew, that's a crucial move here, then crucial overtakes, he's going to win the race. Now, can Rudy hang on, and Rudy may come back later on, but it's going to be difficult, and the two, yeah, that was very, very aggressive. Look at Tom's up.
Kieran!
Right.
Outside line, this is a good move then, around the outside if he gets it done. Is the Mercedes about to do anything? No, is the answer to that one. Is the Mercedes going to take a pot shot back up the inside?
Tom.
No.
Tom, a bit ghosting there. Ghosting save Tom there, I think.
He's got, oh! What on earth was that? That's a big off. That's a horrible off. Just lost the...
How was he still in the race?
That wasn't lag. He lost the rear and then just came across, and then of course Netcode kind of got the end of that one. But
well, the good news for Nando is he should pit and get his 2 stops out the way, and maybe have a fastest lap point. So.
Yes, if I was Nando, I'd pit. Yes, now he does.
Get his 2 stops out the way. I don't think he intended to do it in this way.
Kieran there, abiding by the rules. Now, is Rudy and Legend going to go battle here? Yes. Is that a strategic overtake? Yes, Nando has left this session.
Yeah, he's out the race. So
That's tricks, in my opinion. Should be fit P11 here.
Yeah.
Oh, Rudy! Woo-hoo.
Being a bit rude there, Rudy.
Rudy lost a rear end, I must say that. Yeah. I think Rudy's going to back up Kieran here, if this is brave.
Allow Legend to sort of, because he's got penalties, so allow Legend to maybe gain some places.
But here comes Tom here, through goes the Mercedes of Tom, round the outside line. Has he got the job done? Yes, he has. That is fantastic again, another car. Getting 2 positions of the 1 second there, and look at this, Kieran's got no opportunity. He's going to be livid with that one, because that was his position to gain last lap of this race, and we've got a lot of cars then vibing for 1 position. Rudy gonna go for it. Is he gonna go for it into turn number 1? He fought for it. Tom defended. He knows right now that Rudy's gonna try and help his teammate, but I think that might be that one right now. Now, if I was Rudy, I'd be covering inside line and then just holding it. Now pull right. Force him a little bit wide. That's a little bit naughty. There's contact. And now there's going to be more contact here. This isn't going to work. They are. And how are these guys still going? This is... I don't know how no one's died yet. And round the outside goes Kieran. And that's beautifully done. He's really going to lunge one back up the inside. I'd hope not. And no, he doesn't. Kieran up to 4th. This has been a chaotic race, I must say. Beautifully fine driving, but chaotic. Ricard, not going to go up the inside line. But we're going to cut to your race leader, Matthew. Now, this is the key thing here. An Xbox driver on the PlayStation division. I don't think we would have thought we'd see in the day then this would have happened. But through he comes. He's got 1 corner to go. He's got the final corner from the first race. 1 out of 1. Matthew wins then for the first time ever. First crossplay victory. Tom is in 2nd as old Takan is going on here. Tom 2nd, Ricard 3rd, Rudy, Robin, Kieran down into 6th, Legend from Axel. Then comes Tico, Konzo, Nando, Corkers should finish in 11th position.
Yep, it depends on...
Potentially.
What lap did Nando DNF on? Wait, I believe he might overtake him in his final corner, I believe. That's where Nando did DNF, so yeah. Oh no, Nando DNF in the pit lane, so Chalkers may stay in 12th place. But he's going to score a point, which I'd say it's not... I would say fair play from staying in the race that we're in damage, and a point I guess is just reward, I guess. But Matthew, wow, Tom, what a great recovery from Tom after being at the back, gets 2nd place. His champion rival Chico has a nightmare in 9th, so Tom's going to take championship lead. Chalker's going to finish in 12th place, I believe.
11th.
11th. Yep.
Not getting enough trophy. Watchful eye for me. There we go. First trophy for doing that. So there we go. Getting trophies for watching races, even though I swear I watched a race the other day, but we'll get another one. But driver of the day, Rudy. Now, my driver of the day, that's going to be an easy choice. That's got to go to Matthew, in my opinion. But what's your pick?
Yeah, Matthew, that's a good nomination. As I'll just have a look at the race results. As Matthew brings out Stereo onto the podium, that's rather interesting. He's got a rather interesting victory pose, and I am going to. I'm going to go for Rick for getting his first podium and keeping it clean. And I think he definitely had a good race compared to what he's done previously. And I'm going to go for Rick. Rick gets my draft day nomination, and we've got to think of some questions now.
Yeah, and so what's the lovely celebrations from the podium, of course, from all these lovely drivers. And, of course, it is Alfa Romeo on the top step of the podium. Brendan Lee up on the podium as well. Good to see his avatar in full force. Now, of course, it's Matthew won this race length from Tom, Ricard from Rudy, Robin from Kieran, Legend, Axel, Tico, Konzo, Corkers, Nando, Dutch Tricks from Dara. Then comes Joss at the back of the order. But, of course, my drive of the day, that is to Matthew. Fastest lap may have started on the second row. And my question to him is, well, first race here, first race on the Xbox, first ever cross-platform win here in One Hub Racing. You are in the history books. How do you feel?
That's a good question. My question for Rick is, well done, a good result, your first podium, and a clear upturn from previous races. What was the difference tonight compared to previous rounds?
Indeed. But, of course, whilst we're here, we'll go through, of course, to our pre-race stuff, and we'll go through that. There's the button, of course, and there, of course, here at Brazil, in what has been an incredible race, up and down the order, drama, excitement, and all sorts of carnage then here at Brazil. But don't forget, by the way, all of our lovely sponsors, and of course to Next Level Racing, sponsorly providing prizes. Sponsorly providing prizes, Pure Sim Gear sponsorly providing a pair of sim racing gloves, the driver of the most combined poles and fastest lap, to Gamergoo sponsorly providing Gamergoo samples to trophy winners, to our partners Vespertine, partner with Vespertine, who support our championship prizes, to ERT partner, the ERT Going Gets Tough Award and League trophies, and to SimGrid, powered by SimGrid, who run our seasons through their community platform. But there is that from us, of course. Don't forget, next week we are, I believe, in Imola, if I'm not too mistaken from the calendar, in 7 days' time, as we head to the midpoint of this season. What has been an absolutely incredible race, and I hope everyone has enjoyed the lovely sights of OBS, as well as what we've been seeing. But, Jamie, any final words from you?
Yeah, no, good race. I enjoyed it fully, and yeah, good to see some new drivers up there at the front, and it was a really competitive race, and good to see a half decent turnout as well, and hopefully even more of the same next week. And yeah, Tom, I think Tom's recovery drive was impressive. He was another driver I could have picked drive there. I also was thinking maybe picking Scorpion for racing at such short notice, having a good race, and also Robin West. Both the AlphaTauris did impress me today, but yeah, impressive, yeah, good fun, and see you all next week.
Yeah, indeed, and of course, thank you very much to Codemasters for introducing crossplay. I love you very much for that. And no desyncs yet, so that's good. If we do see a desync, though, I might be sad. But apart from that, it's been a pretty good debut, I think, for crossplay, and that is definitely that's a gold star from me. I will say that much. But until next week, I've been Evil. Jamie's been Jamie, and until then, take care, and we'll see you soon. Ta-ra!